I feel like a lot of other people, they get sent home by the man they brought back. You're going to be pissed off, but you seem like you want to be with Cinco.
Yeah, for me, it wasn't even just about Cinco, too. It was just kind of like, even if Cinco was like, I don't give a crap about that girl anymore, I wouldn't want to be with a man I don't like.
Yeah.
And I was not like, don't like, that comes off rude, but a man that I couldn't see like a connection with further.
Yeah.
And also it's like, I'm not trying to be in a friendship couple. I was in like 3 of those. I'm good. So for me, it was just kind of like, I think it's my time. I feel good. So it wasn't like, it would have been different if I brought him in and then 2 days later, he's like, bye, like, and sent me home. Then I'd be like, wait, then I would have been pissed. But for me, it just was like, I feel nothing but like, I'm good. Like, I just felt fine, and everyone else was like crying and upset. And I was like, why am I still consoling everybody? Like, I'm ready, it was just like, and I love everyone. And it was, I'm not going to say I was like happy to leave. It's bittersweet. I love everyone in there and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful time being in the villa, but it was just my time and I was at peace with it.
Yeah.
Homegirl was ready to go. Like, I was like, I'm good.
And well, it's nice that you said it was, it was your time, and here you are. We saw, the video on Instagram of you guys connecting, and there you are at the airport together. What's going on with you guys? How are we trying to make it work in the real world?
Yeah, so
Ew.
Okay, so, ew.
I like it.
I find myself doing that all the time now, and I'm like, why am I doing that? I'm like, oh, Cash does it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's people honestly know what it means now, because every time I meet someone new, they're like, why are you saying ew? But now if they watch the show, I don't have to go through that.
Yes.
But with Cinco and I, so we met at the airport. I had a 2-hour layover in Virginia. That's where he lives. And we saw each other and I was like, hi. And he's like, hey. And it was weird because we got recognized, and him and I were like, this girl comes up to us freaking out. Like, she's like, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. And him and I are like, hey, it was so weird because it's just weird. I don't know.
I mean, you guys have been, haven't had to really deal with it on the outside now.
It was so weird. She was like, can I get a picture? I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. I'm like, no, it's like, you don't have to cry. Like, you can get a picture. It was so weird. So then we kept talking or whatever. And we were chatting and I don't know, we kissed or whatever. And then.
Oh, she's blushing. She's blushing so hard right now.
No, I'm literally going to throw up. So then I hate feeling. So then I was just kind of like, okay, I have to leave my flight's in 10 minutes. I have to get back on a shuttle bus to go to the other side of the airport. He's like, or you can stay. I'm really spontaneous. You can't say something like that to me because I will stay.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, so stay. I was like, okay. And he's like, all right. And I was like, okay. So he grabs my bag and he's like, let's go. I was like, bet. So we're sitting in his car and then I was like, and then he's like, I'm like, wait, I'm staying? He didn't hit me until he turned on his car. I'm like, what's happening? I don't have any clothes here. I met his dad.
We see the shirt.
My mom FaceTimes in. It's just the craziest thing. And I don't know. It's a lot. But for us, we're just kind of we express our interest in each other, right? And I feel like I do mean it when I say I feel like he's it for me. But what does it mean?
Right.
So now it's just I want to go on dates with him. I need to see what he orders from Chick-fil-A. I need to judge this man a lot before we figure out what's going on with us,
I really love that. Just kind of be like, no, I'll stay. Okay.
And I love how you're staying with him while also learning about him.
Yeah, you're walking out of the airport am I staying?
Yeah, I'm spontaneous and I love that, but I'm also wait, I only know Villa you. Who are you? You know what I mean? I'm I've never even seen him with a phone before. I'm are you the kind of guy who ignores people that you're with on your phone? There's so much we don't know. I'm can you drive? Are you a good driver? I'm do you drink? Because we had a 2-drink minimum. I'm what if he's the kind of guy, he gets drunk and he punches holes in the wall? I'm who are you? Who are you? I don't know. So there's so much we need to figure out, but I'm just excited to have that possibility,
Yeah. Do you feel like you're figuring things out slowly right now? What's the one thing you figured out immediately that you didn't know in the villa?
I don't know. It's he's a lot sillier than I thought.
That's
and
a great
I kind of love
quality.
that. Because I understand why he wasn't silly in the villa. He was, in a triangle and he felt a lot of distress and people loved him or hated him. But he's just a lot sillier and he's just, I don't know, he's amazing. Ew.
Oh, no, it's great though, because I feel like that is so what you described.
I don't know, I'm smiling a lot.
I know. I specifically remember your conversation with, maybe it was Olivia, saying that you know, Charlie didn't like throw you around. You needed someone that would like wrestle with you and like be silly and like have those moments. So
yeah, like I would wrestle Charlie and he'd be like, and he'd like just sit there and like, no, kick my ass. Like, I'm like, you aren't doing anything right now. Like, people would throw me around. Like, he would literally, like, I'd be like, I can't breathe. He's like, yeah, right. I'm like, you know, it was like fun.
Yes.
You know, and that's like,
tap out.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Like, Charlie wouldn't like do any of that. And I'm like, okay, this man's not silly enough for me. Like, I'm like very silly. And last night, Cinco's like, you're going to get tired of me. I was like, wait, you don't think you're gonna get tired of me? You're worried about me getting tired of you? I was like, this is great. Like, I'm like, I love it. This man does not know what he just got himself into. Like, I'm so excited. We're figuring it out.